In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the batteries on a Freightliner Cascadia. I have a 2016, and right now I'm outside of O'Reilly's. I don't know what's going on with my batteries, but they keep draining. I think there's one or two of them are bad. I just replaced them like a year and a half ago, so hopefully not all of them. I don't have to replace all of them because each battery here is going to run me around 160 or 170 each. So probably looking around close to 700 if I have to replace all four. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything unhooked. I already went inside to go talk to a guy, and he said he's going to help me out to test the batteries to see if which ones are bad or good. But let's go ahead and get them disconnected. Alright, so the very first thing you want to do is to go ahead and kill the battery switch, which on mine is right next to the driver's seat. Let me see if I can hear it. There goes that clicking sound. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this, which is pretty easy. I mean, you just got these yellow levers. Some of them, they got the little pin right here. Just pull them out. Then you're just gonna lift it up right here. And this one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it all the way off. That way it's not in the way. Alright, so I just put that to the side. So next thing you want to take off is this cover right here. Let's see what we got going on. So this one has a little bit of acid corrosion. All the other ones don't look that bad. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and start unbolting these. You have to find the ones with the terminal. Don't start just unscrewing all of them. You see, like this one connected to the terminal. This one's on the stud. The very first time I did it, I was just taking all the nuts off. I wasn't paying attention. I just started screwing all of them, but just do the ones that are on the stud. And for that, you're gonna need a 9/16 socket. You're gonna need a 9/16. So this is all I have, just a little tool set, nothing major. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to take off this cover right here. And by doing that, this one doesn't have it, but it used to have a nut and bolt right there. But on my truck is only gonna have this one that's right here and one on the other side. So the one that you are gonna need is a 7/16. And what do you know? I don't have the one for my socket. I think I lost it, I don't know where. But it is not in here, so I'm gonna try the 11 millimeter, and I believe it's pretty similar. So I'm gonna try this one. So yeah, I just took it off, and this thing just slides out like that. So that just makes it much easier to work around here. And as you can see, these are a little bit newer bolts. Like I said, I just replaced them last year, and I didn't have no issues taking them off. But if you haven't taken this off in a very long time, they're probably going to be rusted and old, so you might have some issues trying to get these off. So that's when that WD-40 comes in handy. So the next thing is, this is the tricky part. You have to take these things off. So you're going to want to unscrew it, basically all of it, and then it's kind of like, it has a little hook. It's hooked in there. So you want to get it loose enough to where you can pull it down and get that hook off of there. You're gonna need a 9/16 for this one. So I just put some WD-40, and it has another set of nuts back there. But the times that I replaced these batteries, which has been 2 times, the front ones are the only one that I have been able to take it off, and I've been wiggling and then being able to put it on top. I'll show you in a little bit. You gotta strap it that way it's not in the way. So I just undid this, so you see how it has this piece This is what hooks in there. Yeah, it has a little hole that goes right there. So you just wiggle it and take it out. Now you have it like that. So next thing is I'm gonna disconnect it from the terminals and the batteries. I'm gonna disconnect all of them. And for that, I'll be using a 916. Oh, backwards. 916. Man, these have come off so easy. I ain't got to put no force on them. Look how easy they come out. That is so bad. God damn. So yeah, last night my truck had died and I asked one of the guys that was next to me and he didn't want to. He was on my passenger side and I had another truck driver on my driver's side. I had to go ask him and I didn't want to go ask him because he had a Kenworth, and the Kenworth usually don't have a point of contact for the batteries on the passenger side, which would be on my driver's side. And the one that was on my passenger side of the truck, he had a Freightliner Cascadia, and mine has terminals over there, so it could have been so easy to jump start it, but he didn't want to help me out. So I just like, all right, whatever, you know. Not everybody's gonna want to help you out or be there for another truck driver, but it's all good. The one in the Kenworth, you know, he said yeah, he didn't mind. I told him I would do everything that he didn't have to do. He didn't have to get out of his truck, that I would connect all the cables and basically hook everything up, that if he allowed me to use his truck basically. And he said yeah, no problem, just as long as I put everything back together. And I say for sure. And I was so happy because I mean, it sucks when your truck is dead and then you gotta call road service or you don't know what to do. It's late at night. So I was pretty grateful about that guy letting me use his truck. And I do have 2 sets of cables. So what I had to do is combine. I had to join the 2 sets of cables because it wouldn't reach from my driver's side to his driver's side. So I put both cables together. I didn't think it was gonna work. I wasn't too sure about it, but it ended up working like that. So yeah, so I mean, look, it don't even look that dirty down here. Like I said, I just replaced these not too long ago. This is the only bad one that looks with acid. And I think because you got all these cables coming directly to this one, so this is my inverter that goes inside, and I think this one goes to the inverter that I have under my bunk bed, and then I think one of these goes to the starter, one of these cables. But you got a lot of cables coming directly to this one, so hopefully it's just this one that's bad. So I'm gonna finish up taking all these off and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so I just took all the nuts off. So basically the next thing you want to do is just lift all the cables up, and what I do is I get a bungee cord and I just kind of wrap the cords on top. I lift them up, that way they're out of the way of the batteries, which I'll show you here in a little bit what I'm fixing to do. All right, so you see I move all the cables out the way. I use this bungee cord, you know, I just twist it all up and just found something to tie it up there with. That way all this is free and you can go ahead and remove them and test them. Which this one, you see how you can just move it out the way. And in the back there, so in the back it has the same thing as this, so it's also going to have a hole that you want to put it in the back, which can become tricky if you take it out. It can be annoying, a pain trying to put it back in there just because you can't see it. But just try to not take it out if you can. You know, I just try to get them out the way, and from there, you know, I can just start pulling them out one by one. I do have this car battery tester that I got on Amazon. It's like around 20-25 bucks. I'll put it in the description. I don't know how reliable I want to trust it, but I'm gonna go ahead and test them out, and then I'm gonna go tell the guy inside that I'm ready for him to come out here and test it and see if we can get the same results from this. All right guys, so it turns out that this battery and this battery and this battery are good. So this one on the corner, that one seems to be the bad one, because I just tested it with this thing and it's giving me, that one has the lowest voltage as of right now. So you want to be around a minimum of 12 voltage per battery, and that one back there is sitting like at 7 or 8. So I'm gonna hook it up real quick. So all you gotta do is just put it on the terminals, and then it'll turn on. Then it already tells you the voltage right there, 12.95. But you can come over here and do a test. 1,000 CCAs. That's what these are. Those are 1,000 CCAs. Those are the cold cranking amps. See, testing. Good battery. 12.93 volts. So let me go ahead and show y'all what this one says. But all the other ones, they basically say the same thing, except that this one back here, let's look at the voltage. 6.55 in vehicle, out of vehicle, regular flooded, CCAs, 1,000, testing, charge retest, 6.5 volts, cold cranking amps, less than 10. So so I got very lucky this time, because I did not want to replace all of them. So one of them is going to cost me around 170, and I mean, like I said, I barely bought these not too long ago. The one I was thinking that it was going to be bad is the one with a whole bunch of acids. So probably gonna go ahead and clean that off, and then just go inside until that guy come out here, and then we'll get it replaced and put it back together.
Charge and test.
So I just got this battery. So this one's 950 cc's, and all these other ones, they're 1,000 cc's, which it ain't gonna be that much of a difference, so it shouldn't be a problem. And you see how I was talking about that, you gotta try to leave it in the hole, because if you take it out, it's gonna be hard to put it back in there. But I'm fixing to put this back together, and all of them, he checked them out, all of them were good except that corner, like the one I was getting. And he did say to put some of these little grease, and to basically clean it off with my wire brush. Just clean it off and put some of that grease, and that'll help prevent corrosion. And this is the battery type that you're gonna need, 31. So they're gonna ask you for a group, what type of group battery it is. 315T. The T stands for threaded, that you need threaded batteries. All right, so my phone is fixing to die, so I'm not going to be able to longer to record, so I'm just putting it back together as of right now. So probably what you can do if you wanted to is to take off the cables first, and then test out the batteries before removing these. That way it can be a little bit easier. Instead of having to remove these and then remove the cable and then test them out, you can just remove the cables first, put them out the way, and then test the batteries to see exactly which one it is bad, if you don't think all of them are bad. Because I could have saved a little bit of time by doing this and just testing them out how they currently are, but it's all good, it's all for video purposes. So yeah, so I'm fixing to put it back together. Sometimes these batteries are hard to move while they're in there, so don't go tightening everything up just yet. Go ahead and put the cables back on the batteries before you start tying everything up, because it's gonna be hard trying to wiggle them, because these are all stuck together, so they have to be in a certain way. And I do have a a crowbar that I used. So there was nothing hard about replacing your batteries. I mean, you could replace them so easily just by having a just basic set of tools. And don't be going to these shops and giving your money away to these people, because it's really probably less than an hour. I mean, maybe a little bit more than an hour if you're new to this, but once you get the hang of it, you already know what to do and how to maneuver those batteries and cables around. But let me go over the receipt with y'all. So this is the battery, and this is the group battery, the type of battery that it is, 31-5T, and that came out to $159.99 with the 18-month limited warranty. So I got it at O'Reilly's. So that guy said that, you know, if there's an issue with the battery, I can go to any O'Reilly in the nation. And there is a $24 core charge, so you have to take them your old one. If you don't take your old battery, they're going to charge you $22. And then we got those little grease packets for $2, and total came out to be $179.95. And that's gonna be it. Hope this video helps somebody out there, and y'all stay safe on the road, cause having to get jump started while be on the road, you never know where you're gonna be. You can be at a rest area, truck stop, or sometimes you probably be at the shipper receiver. Having to get jump started really sucks. And then if you have to make a road call service, I mean, minimum of $200 just for them to go out there and help you out. But y'all stay safe out there on the road. I'll see you on the next one.